soon crash into the consequences of a fertility crisis made much worse by the mismanagement of the boomer generation. The demographic collapse tearing up the generational contract may soon destroy one of Germany's greatest achievements, its welfare state. Millennials, Gen Z and younger are left with a huge mess.
Who is always telling us that we can't afford the welfare state anymore in Germany? Who is that? Is it the people that make 12K a month? That just improve their diets, their monthly income in February, the politicians? Who is it? Who is telling us all the time, huh?
They need to sort while they're outvoted by the grey bloc making the decisions for them. What happened?
Why is Germany always Bavarians in lederhosen, man?
Population collapse. Germany was among the first countries to industrialize and...
So how was vacation? I was in a village in East Germany and it was generally right-wing. It was very right-wing. There was cars everywhere with, here we still burn diesel with love. And there was like I just showed you, right? I just showed it on stream. This house. It even had a black sun on the left. I didn't photograph that. And look, he even has this Christmas wood thing with the Reichsadler and bombers and shit, man. Dude,
so
that village I was in was very right-wing.
But for 55 years, they've been below replacement at 1.4 children per woman in 2025.
Crazy. Why aren't we making children? I really wonder. Oh man, what's going on?
Compared to South Korea, this sounds almost amazing, but it still means population collapse.
South Korea is cooked,
If fertility stays at 1.4, then 100 Germans will have 70 kids. When those grow up, they'll have 49 kids, who'll then have 34 kids, who'll have 24, a 76% drop.
Hey, you want me to really trigger chat here? Want to make me mad? Sometimes I feel like that this is a natural thing that happens in late game capitalism and with the governments we have and stuff in industrialized rank 1 countries. And the way to fix this isn't more fucking. It will not happen. Whether you like it or not, it's not going to happen. It is to mix more. It is Star Wars. To have more mixing going on. What's the big issue, man? As long as everybody behaves well of mixing, you know?
Within 4 generations. Many people think there are too many humans anyway, so what's the big deal? Well, at the same time, people started living much, much longer. So we have a fatal mix of way more grannies and way fewer babies.
Yeah, in Germany especially, the old people decide every election, man. The old people decide
everything. The real
everything.
crisis German millennials,
even though they're the least around, man,
will have to live through is the massive shift in population composition and the transition period. In 2026, Germany is already one of the oldest countries in the world, with a median age of over 40.
Nigeria is going to do well in these next 50 years, I feel like. Thank you, Winston.
5. Almost 2 in 5 Germans are over 50. Almost 1 in 4 is older than 65. Only 1 in 8 is a child.
Wait. 1 in 4 is over 65. Shut up. 25% is over 65.
With a median age of over 45. Almost 2 in 5 Germans are over 50. Almost 1 in 4 is older than...
Wow. Goddamn. GG.
65. Only 1 in 8 is a child under 14. Despite its industrial production declining, suffocating bureaucracy, and little economic growth, Germany's system is...
Sometimes I have a Joe Rogan conspiracy theory that Corona was made to kill a lot of old people to take pressure off the financial system of the world. I feel like Mossad and USA and China, they did that together or something.
Still chugging along, and it remains one of the richest countries. The country still has a big population and a big workforce, along with generous social benefits and pension payouts. But soon, the reality of demographics and boomer mismanagement will hit Germany like a freight train. Population crash means that a society and culture loses more than just people. The systems and countries we've built can't just be downscaled. Things stop working. Young Germans are screwed. Old ones too.
Hello, Tommy.
By
How's the day going?
2036, 13 million German baby boomers.
Thank you, Green Dragon Law. It's in my real life, we see this with lawyers, with my dentist. Everywhere they tell us that a big problem is that we're now getting into a timeline in Germany where a lot of boomers, the big birth generation, is now going into pension. They're retiring. State lawyers, dentists, doctors, whatever, right? And they will leave a lot of positions open, man.
Will retire. This big bulge here. But because they didn't have nearly enough kids, way fewer younger people will replace them. In 2030 alone, there might be millions of jobs that will be impossible to fill. Fewer people working means fewer taxes and resources for the state.
So this is why I always come across as left-wing. Imagine now being anti-immigration, right? I mean, no one is anti-immigration. Most normal people are like, I'm okay with the immigrants, but only the good ones, yeah.
Also, services will decline.
Dude, I swear to God, on the vacation, I drove through Nazi village. Everybody's voting right-wing. And we're driving by restaurants. German restaurant, no one there, right? We're driving by Käthe, no one there. We drive by, this is Halberstadt, Germany, Halberstadt. We're driving by the local kebab. They're all there. All the Germans, man, right? And it's this right-wing thing where it's like, fucking foreigners, I don't like him. But Mustafa right here is my man. Mustafa, ein Döner, machst du Döner. Kein Kräuter. This guy, I like him. But these others, they're evil.
Waiting times would increase for everything from your bags at the airport to doctor's appointments. But the much more urgent issue is retirees. Germany has a pay-as-you-go pension system, which means that about 20% of today's salaries is directly paid out to pensioners. This sort of worked in the 1960s when there were 5 working Germans for every retiree. But in 2024, this ratio is down to about 2.5.
And you got to ask yourself, as a young German man, there will be so much pressure on you. Young Germans, so much pressure on you. And everybody shits on you. The politicians tell you you're lazy. You don't work enough. The boomers all think we're not worth anything and we're all weak and fucking pussies. And then you work your ass off. Oh, you made over 80K a year? Good job. We need half of that. Can you give us half? Huh? Oh, you made your wife pregnant? Sorry. But the mother's money you get with a child hasn't been inflation purged for fucking 10 years. And we're actually thinking of putting it down. Also, we're missing 10 billion next year. Maybe we can raise taxes on you a little bit? Dude, this is obviously, when people say what I'm about to say, it's 99% just yapping and bullshit. But there is a little mini voice in my head that has the balls to maybe one day think about leaving Germany. It's still very far away. Many people talk like this, but they never fucking do it. But man, dude, at some point you gotta ask yourself, if I will live in Ireland, I will have hundreds of thousands more dollars, man. Right? And what do I get in Germany? No one is shaking my hand for paying half taxes, man. No, and then I live in a state where they even vote for the right-wingers now, man. It's like, we always shit on young people. They're lazy and dumb, blah, blah, blah. Look how much pressure is on young people in Germany, for example. So much pressure. And then what are the politicians doing? There's a new law. If you're 18, you have to go to the army evaluation. Okay, man? Oh, yeah, and all our laws we're doing, like the new pension law, only benefits the old ones, our voters. But you will have to pay it in 20 years. And we're wondering why all these people are fucking nihilistic and depressed, man? God damn. Thank you, Polex.
In the 2030s, it will get closer to 2 workers for 1 pensioner.
Holy shit.
And about 10 years after retirement, people tend to get...
So what does German politicians do? What do...
Okay, let's go.
They're doing another one? They're doing another one. They're gonna raise their money again. No. The money politicians make in Germany on the 1st of July, next month, will go up automatically by 4.2%, meaning they will all make 500 more euros. For the first time in history, they will make now more than 12,000 euros. Bro, we need a revolution. We need to straight up fucking start a revolution, man.
Really?
All these Germans, man, we gotta wake the fuck up. We have to wake the fuck up.
Sick and cause the vast majority of healthcare
Insanity.
costs.
They already raised them in February. You can Google this. In February, they already raised them.
I would like to be a German politician.
And it actually never really did. Already in the 1970s, governments began to subsidize the pension funds with tax revenue, pushing the problem into the future, as has more or less every single...
I talk about this. The laws they do, they push the problem away. So young generations, a lot of you are young Germans, we're gonna have to pay for this. And you ask yourself, you wanna fucking stay here, Junge? With these fucking... Where should you go to as a young person? I think Ireland is insanely good with taxes. That's why Google and YouTube, everyone is there. Ireland is pretty sick. Oh, man. Could go to Dubai, right? Pay nothing. But bro, it feels very... there's always doomerism, but it feels grim lately. And this is Germany, one of the best countries in the world. Ranked 3 in the world with GDP, but it feels so fucking cooked, man. Thank you, Mahoon.
Government since then. Well, the future is today. In 2025, the German federal government spent roughly a quarter of its annual tax revenues to fix holes in the pension system, on top of the working population's payments. Let's say that again.
And one thing that the FDP, which is now that party, actually suggested, which I think was genius, something I actually did in Democracy for video game is, what you should have done decades ago, and now it's too late, right, is you have to, this is now deep shit, you have to bind a pension to the market. When a person pays money while they're working, they give money to a pension fund, and that pension fund is then connected to, which is happening a lot nowadays, a bit more, is then connected to investments on the what's it called, man, the market. Look, right. So imagine I'm working 40 years. Can I see more? What? Why can't I see more? I mean, let's look at 25 years. I started working at 2000. Let's say I take 5 to 10% of my monthly payments, and I don't give it to the government or Riesrente, I give it to the market. I will have a great pension that is privately paid from the investments, from the banks, or from the government, right? Binding, that's what rich people do. That's what I do, right? My pension is investments. Maybe you guys do it too. You put your pension into investments, private stuff. The problem is you will not see any results for 40 years, and politicians want to win elections every 4 years, right? You see no fucking results from that. And then the market crashes. Well, historically speaking, it never died in 80 years. Can I show it completely? For example, the American economy. Imagine you bind... how do I... Here. Sure, there's crashes, but bro, you're gonna be fine. Look at this. Look how perverse this is. You could easily pay all the pensioners if they would have been in the market too, right? It's not like it's fucking dying or anything, but that's a great solution to bind pensions to stuff like this. But they tax you 25%. Well, that's why I'm saying you would have to make a reform where the government does it like the FDP was proposing. That it's tax-free and stuff, obviously, or maybe a bit less taxes. Obviously, they're gonna tax you. The UK government's not trying that.
German tax euros is used to pay out pensions.
And this is another, I talk about this all the time, one of many systems that helps the big gap between rich and poor. The rich, right? Let's always be honest. I make good money. I have the privilege to pay into private pension funding, right? Whereas if everything goes well and you make a lot of money in life and you do well with your private investments and stuff, you're gonna have a great pension and shit, man. Whereas normal people, what the fuck? I see it everywhere. Lisa's mom, Lisa's dad, my mom. They work 45 years. They're so afraid of rent. Lisa's mom is looking for a 450 euro side job because the rent isn't enough. She worked 45 years. 45 years. Lisa's dad talks to me all the time about it. Every time I see him, man. Next week he's going to talk about it. What they do is they kind of look at your last paycheck and then you get like 43% of that, right? You work your entire life. And then you can barely afford your fucking rent. And they're all praying. This is real life. All the old people, like Lisa's parents, my parents, they're all praying, right? That they never get a rent rise. A lot of people live in apartments. And in Germany, there's a law, probably in your country too. There's a law that they cannot raise the rent too much in here, right? They can't. They can only do it if someone leaves, right? A new guy comes in. And all these people, like, they're sitting on 400, 500 euros in rent, right? They're like waiting, right? And they know if something happens, right? If they get pushed out, it instantly goes up to 800, 900, which is like half your pension. Imagine you have a 2K pension in Germany, 2,000. Rent, car, insurances, you have what, 800 left? Groceries, 400 left. You worked your whole life to have 400 euros in your hand, bro, right? It's hard, man. It's a crazy problem. This is something I really believe. We always complain about refugees and shit like that. The biggest problem in Germany, which we see in the budget, is how do we handle pensions? It's such, he's just said it, 25% of 400 billion goes away for this. But no one's going to fix it. Merz is not going to fucking do shit. He's going to collect his 12K and go into the sunset. He doesn't give a shit, man. Zombie roleplay game? What?
Today. More than on education, research.
Pensions get taxed. Pensions get taxed. Lisa's mom tells me this. She gets money per month and it gets taxed. It's insanity. Fucking insanity.
Infrastructure and defense combined. The wealth of the nation is redistributed from the young.
And who's winning? Dude, I'm becoming the craziest left-winger. I'm ultra left-wing at this point. I'm straight up ultra far left at this point. Who is responsible? Who could fix it? Who has the resources to help out, huh? Is it the guys below? Oh, die Totalverweigerer. Oh, these guys down there. Oh, we gotta punch down on them. These fucking homeless and the fucking unemployed and the refugees fleeing from a country of war. Ah, they're the problem, guys. No, don't look up. No, don't look up. Look down, guys. Look down. The problem is down there, man.
Working to the old.
Fucking Donald Trump. I saw a report on a vacation how rich he's becoming. He's using his presidency to become rich. There's like 2 betting websites where Jared Kushner is 1, an investor, and 2nd, an advisor. And they do bets like what words will Donald Trump say in this speech. And they're all fucking doing insider trading. Look at the fucking Iran war, how they moved 1.5 billion. They're not even hiding anymore. And you and me were just sitting here jerking off. I'm gonna watch Asmongold hate on women. It's so fun, man. We're all fucking lethargic. We don't do fucking shit anymore. They fuck us in the ass. They're not even hiding it. Trump doesn't give a shit no more. They literally tell you in your face, fuck you. What are you gonna do, pussy? You're gonna do fucking nothing. And we actually do nothing. We do fucking nothing.
And retired. And as the boomers retire, this will only get worse. It's money that could be spent on things that help the young and the working part of the population, like incentives to start a family, lower taxes, free childcare, cheap loans to buy homes, investments in education, infrastructure, or clean energy. There are so many things that would help young Germans. But will millennials and Gen Z get to enjoy similar...
And who in today's Bundestag session, today the Germans were meeting in the government, which party attacked the law that on 1st of June they get a 4.2% fucking pay raise? One party said something. One. Wasn't no AFD, the party of the people saving us all. It was the fucking Linke. It was the left-wing party that was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't get 4.2% more. Oh, maybe, what the fuck, man? Maybe it's not fair.
Pensions, at least. Well, it's not...
But no, that would be communist. You would be a transgender-loving, pink-haired fucking retard. Asmongold, fucking hell, people. You know what I really believe now? I'm also leaving the left now. Don't worry, man. I'm going into the middle again because I'm giving up. We're too fucking retarded. We don't deserve it, man. I was watching a documentary about my home state, Saxony-Anhaltinia. 42% AFD. We don't deserve it. We are too fucking dumb. We deserve to get butt raped by the rich, by the Trumps, by the corrupt. We fucking don't deserve any better. Look at us. Look at us here, man. Being fucking morons doing nothing. We fucking deserve it, man. Holy shit.
Very likely. The current system only works for boomers because their parents had more children and died younger, and because Germany was booming and the problem escalated slowly. Young people today don't have all...
Genuine question, how would you stop this even with a revolution? We're looking at Germany. Let's be fucking real for 1 second, okay? Let's be real for 1 second. I can only talk about Germany right now, okay? In Germany, the problem right now is we're missing money in the federal budget. We're paying too much. Most example, for example, for the pensions, which is the biggest post, 25%. It's not the fucking refugees. The refugees are like 15 billion. And we're now paying, what did they say today? Next year, we're going to pay 40 billion of the budget just for interest rate. 40 billion. Now, we're missing money. Now, I don't know if I'm a child or I'm uneducated or stupid. Okay, so we're missing money. We're missing money. What do? We take away social welfare. We're going to make it unattractive for people to get children. That makes sense. Let's take away from the kindergartens. Let's take away from the unemployed. Let's take away there. That's going to help, right? That's going to help. But where's all the money? Where's all the money? The union, I say this all the time on stream, the union of tax attorneys in Germany has determined that at least 200 billion a year are how to say in English, black money, untaxed money. 200 billion at least. Look, man, I love my Vietnamese restaurants and my fucking Arabs and shit, but every time I go there, oh, no card, sorry. Where the fuck I get fucking tested by the tax attorney, but no card, sorry, only cash. What the fuck? 450 billion are inherited every year on average in Germany.
Fortnite.
Congratulations, your parents are rich. You fucking deserve it. But 450 billion? 450 billion while the lower 50% owns 1% of the wealth? 450 billion? Oh, where's the money? How come we afford all this? Oh, we can't afford the social state anymore, guys. No. What? The Panama Papers? The Switzerland CD? No, man, we can't fuck with these companies. They would leave, guys. No. As if the money isn't there, man. As if the money isn't there. Come on.
Of that. Okay, that's depressing, but at least the young can take care of their own retirement
Thank you, Kurt.
and save money, right?
No.
Well, many sure would like to, but taxes and contributions are about 40% of salaries for the average worker, and
Am I insane here? Should there be a discussion? Is it weird to say that that's kind of weird?
almost 50% in the highest tax brackets, one of the highest in the world. Together with the rising cost of living and sluggish...
You work your ass off, right? You work your ass off and you make 277K. You made a great company. Congratulations, man. You are the future of Germany. You are employing people. You are doing so great. How about you pay 45%? That's the middle class. You think the upper classes pay all this? You think the big companies don't know their little tricks, VW and stuff like that? Look at the Panama Papers and shit, right? 45%. And this is why, literally, think about this, right? Think about how life works. My tax attorney is telling me, right, back in the day, in Corona times, I kind of made this money, right? Not anymore. It's over now. And he was like, Tommy, if you send me all your data per month, we can look how much money you make. And then once you are at this threshold, stop working. Take a vacation. If you reach this on 1st of December, do not stream. Don't do it, because every dollar you make will be gone anyway for a while with the 3%. That's the world we live in. Stop working. Stop. Don't do shit. Don't go above this, buddy. Do not redeem.
Brackets, one of the highest in the world. Together with the rising cost of living and sluggish wage growth, this makes it especially hard for young and middle-aged
52 in
Germans
Finland.
to generate savings for their own retirement.
And the saddest part is, look, I generally believe that the systems we live in right now, like how unfair and corrupt everything is very human, very natural. I think if you give me a lot of power, or you, there's a high chance we get corrupted too. But we have no more self-purging events anymore. We have nothing anymore that makes everything right again anymore, right? I almost think it's natural that we are in this state, right? But it's just so depressing and sad how we get fucked in the ass. You and me, bro, you know it. You're sitting there, you know it. We are the ones that get fucked in the ass. Even the unemployed have it better than us. They sit home, they collect their money, they play World of Warcraft if they have fun. There's no fucking pressure there. But the middle class, which is most of you watching, we are the ones that are getting deeply anally penetrated while they're sipping champagne. And we love it. We love it. We're like, deeper, please, man. Oh my God. That's why there's so much fucking stepmom cuck porn on everywhere, huh?
One of the best investments, wealth generators and places of comfort and security, is owning your own place. But due to a mix of NIMBYs preventing new development, increasing mountains of new regulations making building more expensive, and millions of people
have fun buying a house, young people. Have fun.
In the last few decades, the housing supply is deeply behind demand. Renting and buying real estate in metropolitan areas where young people actually want to live is so expensive today that even couples...
And where does the rent go to, right? Rent is a system. I sound like the biggest communist. It's a system.
Kannst du mich dann nochmal über das Gitter werfen?
Mach ich gleich, ja? Komm gleich, mein Spaß.
Keine Hose und kein...
Und bitte nicht reinkommen, ja?
Ja, ich wollte nur so durchgucken.
Okay, mein Spaß, ich komm gleich. Who is the benefactor of rent, right? It's the upper classes, man. You have a lower class. It's like... This is something I believe in, right? This is something I believe in. We have, like, the kings, the 1%, and the rest. And this is something I really believe in. I think there's a lot of proof I can say right now. And it makes even sense. It makes even sense. The capitalistic world of Europe, North America, I don't know about Asia, I have no idea. It is made that they have wealth, right? The 99%, you and me, we have a certain wealth. But there are certain systems to make sure, which is genius, man. I even think the top 1% are fucking geniuses, man. They fucking deserve all this. There's a system that it's very likely that our capital always goes up to them, right? Who is mostly receiving rent? It isn't you, okay? It's people that already do well. Who uses tax loopholes, right? who has the power to go into the real estate market, which is, by the way, 0% taxes on a sale after 10 years, right? Etc., etc. This is something you cannot deny. There is dozens of systems in the world. Everyone in chat probably has a fucking example of how very slowly the world's wealth gets slowly transferred into the top 1%. Which is, it happens, okay? It happens. It's what it is. But you gotta, at some point, the lower classes are so fucking drained, which is still far away. Everybody is still happy, right? Even with the gas prices, we're all fucking happy. We're all jerking off to PSG versus Bayern.
With a dual income and good jobs.
But at one point, is the blood sucking too much,
man. The generational contract in Germany is broken.
Wenn du die Nadeln benutzt, pass bitte auf, dass die nicht in das Wäscheding fallen.
Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott.
Und ich da reingreife.
What the fuck?
Was hat
Wäscheding? Welches Wäscheding?
hier?
Oh, scheiße.
Das
Oh.
muss mal irgendwie reingefallen sein.
Okay, das tut mir leid. Sind noch Nudeln übrig?
Im Schrank.
Okay, ich habe noch übelst Hunger. Alles gut, okay. Holy bald spot, it's time to get to Turkey, man. It's time.
And yet, some media voices continue to frame all this as a failure of young people's financial habits.
Tommy's in his monk
the
era.
reality is complicated, and misleading narratives permeate the media landscape. Thankfully, there is a solution. Our partner Ground News is a website and app built to help you think critically about the information you consume, a mission we fully support. They curate news articles from across
Still so
the globe,
hungry, man.
adding
Fuck.
context on political bias,
Turkey
reliability,
stream.
ownership, and summaries that highlight what each side is leaving out. You can even compare headlines to see how bias shapes the narrative.
Oh, what the fuck?
Take this story about a report on Germany's economic decline. Some present it as a straightforward warning, while others highlight it as a serious threat to living standards. Ground News also reveals blind spots, stories that only one side is covering, showing you what your usual news feed is hiding. As information bubbles are becoming...
Chat, I need your... We're gonna have an intermission. Is this funny? I need you to tell me if this is funny, chat. I'm trying to get back into YouTube Shorts, and I'm enslaving Alphony. So, is this funny? Imagine you're laying in bed. You're laying in bed and you're watching this. Is it funny, chat? Is it funny? I think we have to sacrifice somebody. Look at this guy. Thinks he's funny. He doesn't know his fate yet. Let us take care of Hinden Cheeseburger real quick. This blood sacrifice shall summon. Lead us to the real Kaiser. Wait, blood sacrifices work? It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Could have included the beginning where I got all the bad Kaisers. It's very dumb, so it should work. I think it will work. I think it will work, yeah. 6 out of 10. I'll upload that, yeah. Okay.
supports
Okay,
our
Alphony.
channel.
Okay.
And now, back to the video.
Okay.
Young Germans are condemned to pay off a huge loan on the future that the older generations have generously granted themselves. And they don't have the power to change this by voting, because German parties just have no...
Then what do you do, right? What do you do? Was los?
Bist du da?
Was?
Jetzt du.
Ich gucke ein Video. Nicht reinkommen, ja?
Ja.
Wir sind nicht in Amerika. Kinder braucht hier kleine Kinder so sehen.
no incentive to help young people. Demographic decline in a democracy is a feedback loop. When seniors are the largest group of voters, politicians make politics for them. This leaves young Germans facing a hard time building wealth or getting their own homes, which makes them even less willing to start families and have children, even if they want to. All of which
What do you do? I hope he also has suggestions. What the fuck do you do, man? What do you
is making
do?
the demographic crash worse. Germany has become a society
Wait till
that
we are
works
the boomers.
old and relies on the young, making it really hard to create new young people. Baby boomers' lives are affected too. With unsustainable pension funds, inevitably millions of older Germans will have to work much longer than they thought. A retirement age of 70 or higher is already being
It really feels like the world is ending.
Today,
Well, the world is ending for certain classes. These problems don't really are for the people that are
About
wealthy.
20% of German pensioners live in poverty, and that rate is all but guaranteed to increase significantly in the 2030s. Still, seniors and boomers in total own the vast majority of Germany's wealth. Germans are even arguing about to what extent the costs of social systems have gotten out of hand. Even in a high-tax country like Germany, there's plenty of...
But then what is the end result? It's like becoming more dystopian cyberpunky where everybody has to take care of themselves. oh, you are a cooked member of society. Well, we don't care about you.
Now.
We're becoming America, where it's like, oh, you have issues, you're homeless now. No one cares about you. Take fentanyl, shut the fuck up. The society just forgets about them, and you have a lot of people falling off, I guess. That's like the end result of this.
Wealth disparity and opportunities to tax the rich and take pressure off workers. Although, of course, the details are fiercely debated, so we'll not get into this right now. But the scale of the gap between what workers pay and what's needed to cover boomers' pensions is so enormous that even raising taxes would only buy a bit of time.
Yeah, at some point, if you raise taxes even more, at some point, it's like, bro, let's go to Ireland, man. I'm Tommy gonna live in Dublin, bro.
And beyond pensions, the welfare and healthcare systems Germans rely upon may become
the hantavirus, they're trying another virus. I think Mossad is not trying to kill old people to save the global economy.
Unaffordable in the 2030s. The vast majority of healthcare costs occur during the last quarter of your life. So just as the healthcare workforce is shrinking due to demographics...
Another thing, right? It is clearly proven in studies, you don't have to be a genius, the healthier a human is, the less of a strain he is to a health insurance system, right? But yet look at our world, right? We smoke, we eat... Dude, I was with Lisa in a village in East Germany, and there was only... We were also in a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool. There's only schnitzel, chicken McNuggets, fries. There's nothing fucking healthy. Nothing healthy. Yesterday, me and my family were in an indoor playground, right? And there was a school group, 4th grade. I know because they will say, class 4, please meet at the entrance. And there was a big area where this 4th grade class, was sitting. Alhamdulillah, I'm not kidding. There was like 6 empty 1.5 liter Coca-Cola bottles. All these kids, Coca-Cola. We don't want a strain on the health insurance system, but yet we're all fat. We're all disgusting pigs, man. It makes no fucking sense, right? Once again, the left-wing Tommy comes out. Who is benefiting? Who is benefiting from unhealthy cunts, right? Who is benefiting? The big companies, the sellers, their investors. You got to ask yourself every time, who benefits? Who benefits? Who benefits?
The numbers of patients will explode. The waiting time for a specialist doctor is already months.
Every German in chat knows, if you go to a doctor, man, you better take a vacation day. You better take fucking 2 days of vacation, man. You're gonna wait all day.
The state healthcare system. Okay, but what about immigration? Whatever your opinion on immigration is, pro or against, please put it in a box and ignore it for a moment. We only want to look at it from one perspective. Can it solve the population crash?
I will think partially.
Look at the population again. If a country's pyramid looks like this and you want to stabilize it at the bottom, immigration won't do that. For one, it doesn't actually make your country that much younger. In Germany, the birth rate of most of its immigrants isn't higher than the locals. And if new immigrant... Germany, the birth rate of most of its immigrants...
Man, they're really replacing us, guys. The fucking George Soros great replacement Kalergi plan, it's in full effect, bro. Oh no, guys, oh god, nobody tell Asmongold.
Isn't higher than the locals. And if new immigrants
we're getting
have
replaced,
more children,
people.
They tend to adjust to the rest of the population within 2 generations.
What?
Sure, immigration over the last few decades has delayed the coming crash, and in the transition period, we'll run into serious worker shortfalls.
But yeah, let's vote AFD. Let's really remigrate all these immigrants. Let's tell them you're not wanted here. We don't want you. Leave, asshole. Get the fuck out. Let's see how that fucking works.
And nursing. So, zero immigration doesn't seem wise or feasible. But there's a problem. If birth rates stay as low as they are, or go down even more, then the German population will continue to shrink. And to keep it stable, it would constantly need to be replenished by new immigrants, until they age and themselves need new immigrants to pay for their retirement. No matter if you think this is a good idea or not, it's not actually possible. Birth rates are crashing everywhere. Eventually, immigration around the world will slow down massively. The world is running out of young people. So, immigration can delay the issue.
What a sentence, the world is running out from young people.
But
I think there already is. We see it, we saw it in America with the tech visa they have, that there even is a fight now for young people. They're literally trying to get them. America did this thing, what's it called? They have this tech immigration thing. Like if Elon Musk wants bright Indians, he has this immigration form. H1B, it's called H1B, yeah. Which is genius, man. Very clever.
Does birth rate ever stabilize at certain points?
Well, it seems to be stabilizing now, yeah, at around 9 to 10 billion.
Germany either has to solve its demographic crash or its welfare state and pension systems will break. Conclusion and opinion part. So
It's not clever, lol. Well, it's not clever as a whole, but for people like Elon Musk, for the big companies, it's very clever, very.
over is Germany.
And it's clever to allow the tech wizards to immigrate people from China, India, give them a very quick visa, H-1B, and make them work for your company, man. It's from their side, it's obviously clever.
Demographic crisis is the
For the evil rich
greatest
people,
danger.
yeah, for them it's clever, yeah. Just because I don't like evil rich people doesn't mean I don't have to call them clever. I still say all the time, people like Elon and Peter Thiel are very intelligent human beings,
to German
which makes them so
living
dangerous.
standards and social cohesion. And the same crisis is unfolding in all Western countries. Things are about to escalate in Germany, Italy, France, and Poland, but
The problem really is, right, that, Italy 1.1, Poland 1.0, the great Poland, the greatest country in the world, right, guys? I was about to say something, but that's forgotten now. I forgot it. I was about to say something.
same issues are also on the horizon in the US, Argentina, or Canada. The reality
So we cannot deny that this is a problem that will happen, right? So you have to find solutions. I remember what I wanted to say. The problem is to fix this problem, thank you, Izide, it takes a long time. Normally, a legislature in these countries is 4 years, right? And in 4 years, they ain't gonna fix that. People will be mad. Oh, I'm gonna vote for someone else. You just can't fix it. And what we really need in the world is a good dictatorship. We need a dictator that's very intelligent, which could either be AI overlords or aliens. That could work.
nobody wants to talk about is that solving the demographic crisis will be very painful. It will require sacrifices from everyone,
me.
and politicians seem incapable of addressing it honestly. But to solve the demographic crisis for real, something no nation has done successfully so far might mean doing things that are intensely unpopular with older voters.
That's the problem. We're in this infinite loop. If they try to fix it, they lose the
Of
election.
spending 25% of Germany's entire budget on the elderly, especially the wealthiest among them, we could invest more of it in families, paying for housing and childcare, and making it an amazing
In a really fucked up way that I don't agree with Twitch admin, right? The way you fix it is if all old people would all of a sudden die, like a purge, right? Like, I remember reading this article. I don't agree with this Twitch admin. I don't. But there was this article years ago how COVID was kind of helping the pension system, right? How people dying from COVID actually took less of a strain on the pension system and stuff, right? And maybe that's what they tried when they engineered the COVID virus, guys. What is Joe Rogan's opinion?
deal to have a big family. More than
Imagine the moment you're 67, they're just like, hey man, thank you for working. It was so nice, man, but we gotta go behind the shed right now, Wernerchen. Old man, okay? Hey, 45 years of work. That's a... Oh, one sec, buddy. You know, hey, dude, it was great. Germany really thanks you. Bye-bye. 6-7.
another thing, our attitude to kids and families needs to change. Demographics move slowly, but then unstoppably. The next few decades
You
will
can
be
rest
rough,
now.
but our societies can decide just how rough and what kind of societies will emerge on the other side.
The human race will figure this out somehow, huh? But it's interesting. It's very interesting stuff, man. A big emotion I have about this, a personal emotion, is that I think as a young person, which we all are, Chad, I often think about, do you want to be part of this? Do you want to play this game? What do I mean is, right, it's very privileged, many people can do this. Do you want to stay in Germany if you have a good company or a business and pay 43%, one tax, it's actually 50% overall, or do you get the fuck out, right? I don't really blame people that go to Dubai. They're obviously not the nicest people ever, it's not very ethical, but fuck do they care? If in a different universe, TommyKay would have lived in Dubai for the last 5 years, he will be very, very rich. And who cares if a guy in chat, oh, Tommy, you are a traitor to Germany. Would you really fucking care, right? And that's one thing I often feel, man. Do you want to be part of this? And now even, dude, hate me, I'm just always on. I want to just be honest. I don't want to shy away from my opinions, man. And now you even see East Germans voting for the AfD. What if one day you have an AfD government in the state here? I want to live here and pay them my taxes, 100,000 a fucking year, man. It's really this question, which again, it's many people can't even ask that question. Do you want to be part of this game?
Come to Denmark.
You know who's not part of the game? You can Google this, not a joke. It's the big companies, man. When the US companies came to Europe, like Google in the 2000s, YouTube, everything, Amazon, they all have their #1 seat in Ireland. Every YouTuber Bokuin knows this. If you receive money from YouTube money, it's always coming out of Ireland. Why? obviously makes total fucking sense. I get it, right? I get it. And they're doing it. They're intelligent. They're not playing this game, man. They look for every loophole they can.
Making this video was hell.
Okay. Man, that leaves me really
But it's okay.
bitter, with a bitter taste. The world when it's my turn to be an adult. We have a housing shortage and a birth rate problem.
She slipped through my fingers like sand. Heard that she had a man. Now I'm just sitting here sad. Oh well, ship sail. She slipped through my fingers like sand.